Breaking news tonight. The IMPD officer who was shot in the line of duty almost 2 weeks ago has left the hospital. Officer Thomas MANGAN was wheeled out of his hospital room down the hallway and walked out the door 12 days after he was shot, responding to a call in Fountain Square. A lot of folks have been praying for this guy. Hundreds of officers were there to greet him and wish him well. He suffered severe injuries to his neck as well as his throat. Police tell us that as MANGAN stood up and walked today, he used sign language to say, "Tommy is weak, but God is strong." IMPD says they have also gotten hundreds of get well soon cards for the officer. You can send one as well. You just have to grab your phone, go to wishtv.com, click on this story under the As Seen on Wish TV section.
More now on that investigation. We're learning more about how a spelling mistake let the man accused of shooting Officer MANGAN walk free in the month beforehand. News 8's Garrett Berquist tells us more.
News of Officer Mangan's release from the hospital is a relief for his fellow officers.
It's a blessing, and he's still got a long road to go, and he's fighting for his recovery. I think this is a great foothold for him and a great demonstration of his fight.
But we still don't have clear answers how Malik Hill was able to put him there in the first place. Hill was arrested on January 31st for theft and resisting arrest. Court documents from that arrest clearly state Malik Hill is currently on probation/supervised release for a prior robbery and felony conviction. That was an armed robbery conviction in 2012. The Department of Corrections confirms he was on parole and he was wanted for a pair of drug violations. Corrections records spell his first name with an A instead of an I.
When somebody is booked, they won't release somebody until they confirm who they are. They catch misspellings.
IUPUI law professor Novella Neediff was a Marion County public defender for 11 years. She says suspects always get fingerprinted and their records get checked. She says in her career, she almost never saw something like this happen.
It's extremely rare. Like I said, people will give totally different names, totally different dates of birth, and it gets caught before they walk out of the jail.
The Department of Corrections says when Hill was arrested on January 31st, they were automatically notified and they put out a warrant for parole violation. But by then, Hill had posted a $500 bond. Prosecutors say he shot Officer Mangan a month later. Neediff says she suspects a breakdown in the identification process, though it's hard to say right now which agency is at fault. Indianapolis Fraternal Order of Police President Rick Snyder says he doesn't buy the court's explanation of a spelling error.
What about fingerprints? What about a date of birth? What about a social security number? What about a gallery number? What about a sound alike? What about looking at the criminal history of the suspect that you have in custody? All these other things, all of which our officers do on a laptop in their car. People are dying in the streets of Indianapolis as a result of this. And what we know is many of these deaths are preventable.
The Marion County Sheriff's Office says deputies did 2 warrant checks before Hill was released and didn't find anything.